Qubit. I mostly love to eat, but I'm also the brains of this operation. Hi, I'm Quantum. I just love to play. I can also count to 1. I'm tasked with teaching Quantum about, well, quantum. Last week, Quantum learned how all cultures, over a long time, contributed to knowledge and humanity's ability to manipulate and harness the information potential of quantum particles. You know, Quantum, my human's body, if he did such things, would be wriggling in delight like you waiting for him to strike a golf ball. Our last video got way more views than expected, and he wants me to send a big tail wag to all who watched. How come you don't like playing anything? It gets in the way of eating. How come you don't like eating? It gets in the way of playing. You're crazy. I have another question. Why is your name Qubit? Because my human's mind has been lost to quantum theory. It's all he thinks and talks about. I'm glad you asked that, because it leads right into today's subject, qubits. Do qubits like to play? Some physicists believe they play with our minds. Their behavior is so counterintuitive. For example, 2 particles with 0 quantum information, when put together, have positive information. Why are qubits so important? Last week, Google announced their 70-qubit processor, a 17-qubit increase upon their prior version. Are 17 qubits a lot of qubit? No, they are not, but their contribution to better performance perfectly answers your question. By adding just 17 qubits, about 1/3 more, their computer is 241 million times more powerful. It's like if you added 1 to your 3 morning sausages, and you ended up with about 60 million sausages. What is a million? Don't worry about that. Let's get you to learn to count to 10. Then we'll worry about larger numbers. Just know that a million is more golf balls than you could ever hope for. So exactly, what are qubits? They are a concept upon which quantum computing and quantum information are built. They are mathematical objects with certain specific properties. They aren't real things? Yes, they are, but for the most part, they are abstract mathematical objects. What is abstract? In this case, it means a qubit is reliant on mathematical formulas to describe its properties and behavior. Why is a qubit so powerful? A qubit by itself is boring, not the particle itself. These are full of wonder and mystery. But a particle as a qubit can only be one of 3 things, sort of like yes, no, and maybe. A qubit is better than today's computer bits, but nothing that makes you say, wow. Put 2 or more qubits to work together, and things become incredibly interesting, incredibly fast. Wow does not do it justice. Remember the 17 qubits. You can put qubits together? Yes, you can. It's called entanglement. The more qubits you entangle, the more powerful your system. Entanglement is a future lesson. Let's say that it grows information capacity really fast. You only need 500 entangled qubits to have more information channels than there are atoms in the universe. Is that a lot? Believe me, Quantum, that's a ridiculously big number. Today's most powerful computer could not handle that much information. Crazier yet, physicists consider 1 million, not 500 qubits, will be required to truly exploit the potential of quantum information theory. Are you and I entangled? I believe somehow we are. Sometimes I know how you're feeling without you telling me anything. It's the same thing with qubits. Without sharing it, qubit A knows the information in qubit B. How does that happen? Nobody knows, but it does. I can tell you how physicists entangle qubits from a technology point of view, but why qubits or particles behave that way, no one knows. Can we hold or see a qubit? The very latest technology you can, but they are so small you would need billions bonded together before you even see them without aid. So how do physicists work with them? It varies. By shining light, laser, at a neutral atom with the appropriate energy and for an appropriate length of time, it's possible to change its state. Can you draw a qubit? Yes, we can use a block sphere to represent the state of a single qubit. Any state in a qubit can be represented as a vector that begins at the origin and terminates on the surface of the unit block sphere. Are all qubits the same? In one sense, yes. In another, no. They are the same in that quantum information does not care about its medium, type of qubit. They are different in that there are many technologies to create or capture and manipulate qubits. What the different technologies are, we will leave for another lesson, but I'll list them for you. There are neutral atoms, there are trapped ions, there are superconducting qubits, there are silicon spin-based qubits, there are photonic qubits. Well, these are the most talked about. There are other methods, and technology is not stopping. How much information can a qubit store? In theory, unlimited information. However, this is misleading because of the qubit's behavior when measured. What do you mean? When we measure a qubit, it reverts to one of its two original states, like happy or sad. Can't we just get all the information from the qubit before it changes? We can't, but nature can. When nature evolves a closed quantum system of particles without performing any measurements, she keeps track of all the continuous variables describing their states. Nature conceals a great deal of hidden information that grows exponentially with the number of qubits. For information processing purposes, understanding this hidden quantum information is what makes quantum mechanics such a powerful tool. How do quantum computers work? Through a series of manipulations, i.e., preparing the qubits, they allow an entangled system to find the most probable solution among a range of possibilities, considering all options, as impossibly numerous as they may be, all at once. In an MIT quantum physics course, Professor Alan Adams, while speaking about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, stated, "The miracle is not that electrons behave oddly. It is that if you take 10 to the 27th electrons, they behave like cheese." Disclaimer: my human spends countless hours quantuming, studying, reading, listening, and watching quantum content. He makes a concerted effort to do good research and to be accurate in his presentation. Before taking him too seriously, please be aware that this is a human that takes us walking in a downpour and has been known to ask, "Why is the timer going off?" 30 minutes after setting it. Thanks for watching. Bye quantum. Bye qubit. Will quantum learn to count beyond 3? Will Qubit stick to his project? Will Qubit's human ever write an algorithm? We hope you'll join us as we learn.